Slayer.
The Slayer has been activated.
I can never rule as king, so long as you are the only one they fear.
Hello, 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 Hugo Martin.
Hello.
What's happening?
How you
bro?
doing?
Pretty good, dude. How about you?
Pretty good.
Yeah?
I'm chilling. Excited to get back into this Pandemonium business.
Bleh. I know. I feel like it's
And,
the right fit. The drama's high, but then it's not like we lose it all if we find a bug. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Yes. And haven't been able to play too much lately just because we're on other phases of play testing. So I'm going to be a little bit rusty here. Well, I should only say I haven't played for like 4 days, but
It's funny that feels like a
Yeah.
long time right now, though, because of where you guys are at. That's good.
it does.
Yeah.
But it's going good. And how you doing?
Doing good, man. Yeah. My foray into physical media. Did I tell you I bought like a whole surround system? I told you that already, right? I can't remember. It's been
No,
a minute.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
That's awesome.
I did the conservative version because it was like $400 or $1,400, and I was like, I don't own this house and I have neighbors. Let me go conservative. So I did the $400 version. And what's crazy is, of course, movies are better, and that speaks for itself. But what I didn't expect is Dolby Atmos mixes in games, like Saros and like Pragmata. Like, holy shit balls!
Oh, really?
Yeah, like it is. It's one of those things that if you're the right kind of person, you obviously are. I think pretty much everybody in chat would be. You come over to this house, I load up Pragmata, I do in the action scene, everything already sounds good, but when I get to the point where it's almost like the what do they call it, like the crit hit or the takedown, where like they kind of get bent over and it says, go press R2, and then you put your gun up next to him and you hit it, and it sounds like an Otomo movie, like Akira, where like every single bit of robot smashes into 1,000 pieces in your living room, like, and you're at the center of it,
Right.
and you're like, yo, hold on, this is addictive. It's nice,
Dude,
bro.
that is awesome.
Yeah, so I've
I've been
nuts.
meaning to do setup like that. I'd love to do that. So that's really cool, dude.
Yeah, I got some
Just
recommendations
here.
when you're ready, because you own a house, so you have no excuse but to not spend
What?
more money on a permanent setup.
No, I need to.
Yeah.
That would be.
It's sick.
I'm just doing Honestly, it's so lame. I'm just doing the
Coming out of the TV.
regular out of my TV.
I was
So
doing
I gotta
it too.
I gotta get something going there.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then most of my gaming is on my headphones.
Yeah, I mean, which is, it's great. I mean, you only have 2 ears, so look, the headphones got it covered. You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Set up my thing. My phone's getting.
Have you had any chance to play anything new since the last time we? I know you've been going on
Dude.
DLC wild these days, but
I have a DLC. That's
Yeah.
it, and
Yeah.
just trying to get that nice and making good progress there. The whole team's working hard on it, and it's going really well. It's fun play testing. Had some people come in and play test. That's going well.
hell yeah.
Some user research stuff there that we're running. Trying to balance out the difficulty in terms of like how many deaths, balance abilities, all that good stuff. Hard for the sake of hard is annoying. So like it's just trying to dial in the right amount of challenge, get the codex in the game. There's no codex in the game right now, so providing some of that critical backstory that our core fans love is important.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to get that in there, making sure that really super polish on all the gameplay abilities, like making sure that the feedback, sound effects, SFX, like everything feels super punchy, and really responsive. It's really where the the VFX and the sound effects team, audio team really shines. I think they're doing just stellar work. Getting the transitions in with the cinematics and the cutscenes. There's more first-person storytelling in this one. There's still cinematics, but they're like stories a bit more immersive this time. And then getting those things to just play correctly and stuff like that. There was a little bug at launch when we shipped Doom: The Dark Ages where you could skip cinematics. I actually did that during one of our streams.
Oh yeah.
That's not awesome.
Yeah.
You could skip them unintentionally.
Right.
There's making sure that the audio mix is good. So a lot of times what we try to do is just strike that balance between the rock concert, but then also making sure that critical information in the heat of battle is getting effectively communicated to the player, like, sound cues and stuff like that. We've updated the hit detection, the threat detection around the player. I think threat detection at the base game was a little weak. I think that's fair to say, right, guys? And making that feel just a little bit better, is important. So, what else?
Because I feel like we did a big fix, right? Like we did the big fix of, like the radius of shield saw blocking. But you're talking about the threat detection of like the visual cues of where the damage is coming from. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, just like when things are coming at you from behind, there's so many projectiles on the screen at the same time that it's a little bit harder to distinguish what is actually the threat detector. But the threat detector in the base game, it takes a minute. It takes a minute for the thing to materialize, and I don't think people were noticing it. So we made that much more punchy, so that way the players can see the threat like immediately.
Nice.
It's still hard because there's just with the parrying and the shmup kind of design. It is a challenge. There's no doubt, but we think it's better.
Nice.
We beefed up Gore a skosh here and there, just little touches. Like seeing if we can't get a little bit of that Gore feeling a little bit. You end up what's nice, guys, in chat about making the DLC is we're able to simultaneously like punch up a couple of things in the base game. So if we make something feel better in the DLC, like ragdoll physics or a little bit of Gore, we're able to then transfer that to the base game. We got to enhance the flail. I know you guys have been really passionate about giving us the feedback on that. I'm curious how many people are watching on YouTube right now. And
let's see the numbers. The numbers are 137. No, that's on Twitch. On YouTube, it is 258.
Nice. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on, guys. So and trying to figure out. We got to watch out because if we make the flail too strong, it overshadows the gauntlet, because the gauntlet is all about power. The flail's all about resource and armor breaking. If it's also powerful, plus it breaks armor, plus it gives resources, I think the gauntlets just seem pointless. But I don't disagree that the flails could be a little better, for sure. And then really quick before we talk more Doom, I did want to mention to everybody in chat. Oh, by the way, did you watch? I'm driving everybody crazy at work, asking them about this. Did you watch The Housemaid yet? Because we're going to talk about it again. Pretty much every week we're going to talk about the Housemaid.
I still haven't, but I'll make a promise to you now, because we are streaming next week. Next week is the 10-year anniversary of Doom, the 1-year anniversary of Dark Ages. I will watch it before next stream. So next stream, we could either dedicate it to the 10th anniversary of the Modern Trilogy, or we could dedicate it to the movie The Housemaid, which is probably what we're going to do. So go ahead, tell me what you're going to say.
Chat, did anybody see The Housemaid yet? I just want, so my sister-in-law came over.
Okay.
And she was like, oh, let's watch this, because it was like family night. And I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. Like, I don't want to watch this. And then, honestly, it's good. It's a good movie.
I love the idea that it's like, oh, this is work talk. This has got to be inspiration for the DLC. What are we talking about? It's RoboCop, or like Housemaid?
It's not good because of why you think it's good. It's actually a shockingly good movie.
Okay, all right.
And that's it. So then after that, so seriously, y'all need to check it out, because it's not anything that you think it would be, and it's actually pretty good. But Begonia, I watched Begonia.
You talking about this right here?
Dude.
Can you believe that I was that ready? Because we didn't talk about
Yeah.
this before, chat. So
Dude.
I saw it in the theaters, and as soon as it was available, I grabbed it. How fucking good is this?
So everybody in chat needs to watch. So jokingly, watch The Housemaid so we could gossip about it next week, chat. That's your
Yeah.
homework assignment if
Exactly.
you're interested. But Begonia is required viewing. So
Have to.
because it is unbelievably good. Chat, how many
Yeah.
of you guys have seen Begonia? Yes.
I'm seeing
Housemaid
some.
will be in the DLC.
Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
seeing some. I'm seeing some confirmation. We got Smile Basic. Begonia is great. It's also crazy because remember this was Yorgos like third movie in like 3 years. I think he did Pretty Things, he did Kinds of Kindness, and then he did Begonia, and it feels like the perfect end cap to like 3 great movies. You know what I mean?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Good movie. So I don't like when I get preached to in movies. So I've been really pleasantly surprised. Because look, it's been happening. I think we all agree. We're watching a movie. Doesn't matter where you land on some of these cultural, things going on and politics, this, that, and the other thing. When I'm watching a movie and I feel like there's an agenda and I'm getting like a message, like I'm being lectured to, I don't care what the message is. Even if I agree with it, it just annoys me. It's like I'm watching a movie. I just want to be entertained.
Yeah.
I loved Begonia. Like I was so good. It wasn't, it was, I don't want you to tell me a story about the way you think life should be. I want you to tell me a story about the way life is. And especially and that's how it felt. It was full of symbolism. And I feel like it had a lot to say about the relationship between men and women and our dynamic in 2026 and, people and humans and everything. And it was awesome. It was so good. Oh my God, what a good movie. That was so pleasing. Yeah. So you're going to laugh so hard when I tell you this.
Okay.
My mother-in-law, I'm watching it. I'm like 20 minutes in,
Okay. Yeah.
So the premise has been established and, our hero went out and he did the deed and he's in the basement and she's like, I saw this. Oh yeah. And she tells me the ending, dude.
Oh
my
God.
Seriously.
Oh my God.
She just tells me the ending.
That's my number one nightmare. Yeah.
And then, I don't want to talk about it, but it's not a great thing. So that was a problem, but it doesn't matter. It's still a good movie. As a matter of fact, just watch it, guys. It's really, really good movie. So
speaking of that, of spoilers, then ones that are like so important or like to know or not know. I can't remember if we talked about it a couple weeks ago because honestly, unless we're streaming. Actually, even when we're streaming, we don't remember what we said on the last stream, what's been said between the last stream and now. But the movie, the drama, one of my tops for this year. But it is so vitally important that you know nothing about that movie, that you see nothing, you hear nothing, you go in completely blind. It is so important because there's a crux that happens within the first like 20 minutes versus Begonia, which is like towards the end, that if you knew that going in, it ruins the whole reaction and surprise and kind of like everything that happens after that. It's just one of those movies where like it's very important people don't talk about it to you enough where you know kind of what it's about exactly, because it makes it so much more interesting to naturally experience it like the characters do, so
100%.
I feel
it was such a good movie. Oh my God.
Cuddly Kraken 2157 says stream Alzheimer's. That's what we're doing. I'm going to say every week because that also sounds like I forgot we haven't streamed for the last few weeks. So that's perfect. We do this every week. Okay. Every week it's a new stream for us.
Yes. So Mr. Midnight made a story video and I told him we would chat about it.
Okay.
Midnight, how come you change the titles to your videos so many times? Like,
like after they're posted?
You'll go through like sometimes 2 and 3 titles. What is that? Is that, how do the internets work?
I know. I wonder if it's A, the analysis paralysis, B, if he's doing some kind of gaming thing with YouTube to be like, I've updated the video, like who knows if it's like an algorithm thing. Does anybody in chat know about that?
It might fall out of, it might not share it or something. I don't know, whatever. So you know how I feel like the consumer's never wrong. So
Hmm.
you
Hmm.
don't ever let anybody tell you that what it's because it's a ABC test. Oh, because of response. So different. Oh, of course it does,
Oh,
right? So different titles get different responses,
I forgot you could do that
and
now on YouTube. Like you can ABC test one video. Like you can literally give YouTube 3 titles, and it'll serve them differently at different times for your own engagement. I forgot that that's a
that's
feature now
awesome.
of YouTube. Yeah, because Midnight's in
That's
chat, so
pretty
he
cool.
answered.
Right. Icon of
Yeah.
Sim says, "Oh yeah, A/B testing to get the best
Mhm.
performing title." That's awesome. I didn't know that. Um, yeah, don't ever let anybody tell you what you're supposed to like. And while you like to crap on us because you secretly hate it's off, I'm just kidding. The No, it's all good. But I will say, like, similar to conversation about the Creed stuff, when you say show don't tell,
Mm,
well, you're when you say show don't tell, we didn't that's when you tell me about respectfully,
mm,
that concept is when I learn about who a character is by the actions
mm,
that they perform, not by them telling me. So the example would be if you look at the comments around the cinematics, when the Doom guy delicately reaches out to grab Thera,
mhm,
people learn that he cares
mm,
about humans and Thera. So rather than someone saying to the audience, Doom guy really cares about people,
mhm,
we learn about that by when he breaks free from the tether. So no one says, hey, by the way, he's going to break out because he really, really cares about people. So that's when you look at the comments around our cinematics, of which like we have like millions of views on the cinematics on YouTube.
yeah.
And it's cool to see people read into his actions and
Mhm,
learn about who he is. And and that's show don't tell. Now that's not to say that there ain't flaws. There's flaws with everything. The other part is when you referenced. This is just my opinion. Who
mhm,
cares, right? Everybody has an opinion. When you reference the Star Wars stuff with Obi Wan
mm,
as a great moment of show don't tell, I have to say he is literally telling Luke in that scene, you know, who Vader is. So
mhm,
it's the opposite of show. He's telling him Vader was a fierce warrior. Vader was this. Vader did that. Vader was awesome.
mhm,
Vader was your dad. Like that's exposition. That's it. Or rather, that's just like, you know, introducing the character. But that is not, you know, showing how badass Vader is when he enters in the beginning of Star Wars. Absolutely, you called that out. But then again, my argument would be the intro to Doom: The Dark Ages. No one says, you know, we say he's a super weapon of gods and kings, but we show you his power when he is dropped like orbital strike
mhm,
into battle. And it's the irony being that actually the inspiration for that sequence for us was actually Vader's introduction, and
mm.
the big touchstone was Sylvester Stallone's introduction, John Spartan's introduction in
And
Demolition
Demolition
Man
Man. Yeah.
when he gets dropped from the helicopter.
I
That's
totally
kind
see
of,
it. Yeah.
yeah, that was a big source of inspiration for the beginning of Doom: The Dark Ages, which is a show don't tell moment. It's
Mhm.
just that I mentioned Ben's scene with Luke was a great example to tell, don't show. No, the other way around. Uh, Right. Did you? I thought you used that as an example of show don't tell. Uh, but basically, yeah. When you reference what you don't like that we told you about the story, that's not show don't tell. What you have an issue with is you don't like the plot that we chose. It's a plot
Mhm.
issue. Like you wanted the plot to be about uh, his arrival in Argentina. When we tell you, oh, you know, he landed there and he's a super weapon of gods and kings. That's just like the text scroll at the beginning of Star Wars, which just sets up, hey, Death Star, Darth Vader, Evil Empire, Princess Leia, like, you know, the beginning of Blade Runner. Let's
Mhm.
tell you what, you know, sure, they could have shown you. And that's not to say that that wasn't a good or bad choice. I don't
Yeah.
disagree with you. I think we could talk about that a little bit, but like again, show don't tell means show me who the character is, don't tell me who he is. So we show you that the Doom guy cares about, you know, the people, more than he does just. You learn that he actually doesn't just want to kill demons. He actually cares about people. When the screams of the demon's victims causes him to break free of the tether and break out of the maker prison. That's a show don't tell moment.
Yeah, he's not
When
just so mad about seeing that UI of the the alien UI of seeing all the little blips and stuff. He's mad because of what he hears, knowing
Yeah.
that humans are out there getting, wrecked.
I mean, when we show you, when they tell you at the beginning of Star Wars when the text crawl, that's not a show don't tell moment. That's just like context. Like it's just setting up the story, or the beginning of Blade Runner, the Harrison Ford one. That's just context. Like, here's the world, here's where it's at, and now our story begins. Or the beginning of Legend, Ridley Scott's movie. Now you could argue in the codex, or the opening of Blade Runner, or the opening of Star Wars, or the opening of these things, that's what you want the story to be about. But that's more of a critique of the plot. That means that you want the story to take place earlier because you want it to be about, how he became the Slayer. So like the Divinity Machine introduction. Right. But again, I just think that like Ben Kenobi telling Luke about, Vader and what a badass he was, that is him telling about that stuff. And I think that us mentioning, setting up the story of just, hey, he's a super weapon, he arrived there co-opted by the gods. Why didn't we tell that part of the story? So that's a good question. Because I think you're not wrong. Nobody's wrong. I respect the opinion. You're asking for more story. The irony here is I agree with the audience. Everybody agrees with the audience, which is Doom is gameplay first. So if we start taking you all the way back to the beginning and having you land in the woods and you're a human and you don't have the power of the Slayer, and I work my way up and I meet the Sentinels and I get trained and I tell that story, that's a lot of story, like that means that I have to have somewhat of a meaty opening cutscene that doesn't involve me, selling. Big part of the Doom story is it's popcorn. It is. Penguin Zero really liked the story. Moist Critical, he loved it. Just said it was aura farming and it was super badass. And that is, ultimately it's a summer blockbuster, kind of a popcorn movie. It's just like Armageddon. Just get your big bucket of popcorn and your Slurpee and enjoy yourself. I think if we started with him arriving in Argentina, I think that would be super badass and be interesting to explore that. But as you think about it, it's like that means that we would have almost, borderline The Last of Us-esque type of opening where we might have to really slowly work our way into being the Slayer. And I think that would be awesome. Yeah. But at the end of your video, you're saying, like, I think Doom is worthy of having a super great story like these other games that are really story games. Like, they're action games, but they have story games.
Yeah.
I don't know that Doom can sustain that kind of story. Maybe it could, maybe. But I think if I was playing as the Doom guy from the beginning and maybe at the very end I became the Slayer, that could be interesting. Like I always said that a game that was there are more stories to tell in the Doom universe timeline that we currently have. There's what happens when he gets awakened from the sarcophagus, and then there's who he was before he was the Slayer. That because that is the same guy. So telling that story is interesting, but unless I would have a trouble with this massive shift. It would almost be like a God of War game before he became Kratos. Like, and then, 2 hours in, he becomes Kratos. I'm like, like I'm playing God of War. I kind of need him to be Kratos,
the superhero origin story is tough because you already know him as a superhero.
Well, in an action game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think in The Last of Us,
right?
Yeah, in The Last of Us, it's cool. Survival type game, but people show up to Doom for the power. So that's why we made the Doom: The Dark Ages story take place after he got in the Divinity Machine. Now, it's really valid to say, well, people don't know about the Divinity Machine and people don't know about that stuff.
Sure, even though the flashback is in Eternal, but I know what you mean. It wasn't like a long flashback or explaining a ton or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other part of like not really understanding, like, we should have shown the struggle that the Sentinels were having because we described that. I disagree. I mean, I feel like we did show it because it opens with a villager being torn in half. They're desperate, desperately in need of help, and the Doom guy provides that help. We talk about them being making sacrifices. You said they don't really make it, but I mean, Novik sacrifices himself, faces off against Azric to make sure that the people can get away safely on the escape ships, in the siege map. So that's a huge sacrifice on his part. At the end, Thera says, "Draw the horde to us," so the Slayer can go fight it. So you may not like
has a
it,
bit
but
of a sacrifice moment. Sadly.
Surratt has a sacrifice. So,
Wow.
I mean, ultimately, yeah, it's. I get it. You wanted the story to be more about how he arrived there and tell it more sequentially. I think I would just really worry about the amount of story that would require in terms of like him not being the Slayer
The
in a game
pacing.
that's ultimately.
Right.
Yeah, I think if we go back into medieval Doom
Mm-hmm.
and go into the period with the Sentinels, I'm really like, I think the real juice is him when he's the Slayer.
When he's powered up.
In terms of gameplay.
Yeah.
And honestly, with Doom, gameplay just dictates everything. Like,
Right.
we have to. I say this all the time. We care about the story, but ultimately, I think that we really, really need the gameplay to come first. So the story has to support the gameplay. And if the story says, "Hey, he can't be the Slayer until a couple hours into the game," I don't know. That's gonna be tough.
I mean, it was hard
It's gonna
enough
be
just to
tougher.
do a whole level without having the shield saw after getting the shield saw and knowing how important the shield saw is to Dark Ages gameplay. But again, it's like part of that is not just starting with the full kit, having some power crawl, power fantasy. The other part of it is like tutorialization of just getting people's feet wet in the world,
Right.
the universe, the story, all that stuff,
Midnight says, "I'll invest a year and write a script and send it to you, and you all have the right to laugh at how bad my writing skills are." Actually, Midnight, I love your guys' feedback. I seriously, I do. I love. Look, here's the irony, and Josh knows this. There's who cares about story and Doom? Josh, what do we get asked about the most? It ain't even close.
Right now?
Like, we just
Right now,
always.
DLC.
It's always
Oh,
about the story.
yeah.
No. I'm saying, like,
Oh,
I
it's
just
true.
said.
It's true.
His video calls out John Carmack's famous quote.
Right.
It's a really good video, but
Yeah.
that you made. Good job. I mean, even though it totally craps on the story.
Totally
that's
just
okay.
dunks on
The-
it and
the-
fucking yeah.
But it's the irony being is that, and I think the argument Midnight's making is, people say, "Who cares about the story in Doom?" And what he's saying is, we do.
Right.
He's saying, "I do," and so we try to make the story strike a balance between fan service and then for new players. We spend the first half. But I was just going to say, Josh, people say, "Who cares?" Who cares about the story in Doom? And yet, Josh can tell you what we get asked about the most when it comes to like anything. It's always story.
Yeah, it's true.
Like nonstop. We love that. We love that you guys care. I kind of simp, and there's a whole new group of guys, Sneaky J Cool, I kind of simp, who were there's kind of like this new generation of Doom tubers who are coming up making content, and I jumped into their stream where they spent 6 hours. I kind of simp. Who was on your stream? I tried to share it, but these guys spent 6 hours breaking
Talking
down the lore. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
that's awesome. I
Yes,
love that.
right. It was
That's-
people. I think we really just try to strike the balance for you guys of like new people.
Mhm.
I know Bobby Blue Holiday. I know you guys love the story. Like, believe me, that's the thing. Like, people will say like, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
And Josh will tell you like, "You care."
Yeah,
That's
a
why
lot
we
of-
put
a
it
lot
in
of
there.
people. Because the funny thing is with combat and with gameplay, it's like outside of like a mechanic or a bug or something, everything is always questions about like, I need to know more about X character, or how does this exist in this world when this thing happened in the other game? And it's like, because just like, I mean, think about, here's a perfect example too. And I'm not saying we're on FromSoft's level of like their environmental storytelling, because it's a completely different genre, completely different style. But it's like, how many people are making videos about gameplay, in particular, like about FromSoft games? I'd say like 1/16 to like the lore videos. Everything's about the lore videos in those, because that is the actual thing that you can discuss with another fan, and you can get down on, you can have theories on, and then you can make really cool, unique videos where you do like custom animation and all this other stuff. And honestly, just like anything else, it's like we all, especially when we're watching a passive video, like watching a story is what you want always. You want a beginning, middle, and end. You want something to follow. You want a thread to pull on. Like, it makes sense.
And the one part, Midnight, you don't have to change your ways. You gotta make the videos the way you want. Doing it. But this does hurt my feelings when you use absolutes like nobody, everybody. He goes, nobody likes this. Everybody hates this. So even in this chat right now, I got everybody saying we crave, not everybody, but we love the story. We live for the story in Doom. We crave the story. Don't stop. We love everything about Doom. The story in Doom is the best. So I don't think you could say everybody and nobody in order to prove your point. But you could do it ultimately because they're your videos. But that is the one part where that does bother me. You know, because I'm like, well, it ain't everybody. Because even in your comments, there are people who are like, I don't know, man, I kind of like it. Right. But honestly, dude, the story, I love our community. I love that. Like, I jumped on Icon of Sim stream, and we just chatted a little bit, and I told him when the DLC was going to be released and stuff, and just start. No, I'm just kidding.
Midnight said, in fact, I was Darth Midnight all along. See, that makes sense. God, the only example I have of this in pop culture is so old. It's like, this is just like, remember when Garth Brooks was like that other guy? He was like the dark version of Garth Brooks, and he tried like a whole different career for 5 seconds. And he's like, which one is he? Midnight's doing that right now. That's what it is.
No, he is. He is. But I love our community. I love that we talk about it so much. I know you guys are passionate about it. I get it. Seeing him when he arrived in Argentina would have been badass. But guys, even though I care about, I'm sorry, Cabron. I know, it's okay. That dude, I'm not gonna lie. I love the feedback. He doesn't like this, he likes that. I'm always listening, you guys. The everybody nobody stuff, that does bother me. Because it's like, listen, it's okay to say that you don't like this, but when you try to like, that feels like it has an agenda. Like, I want everybody to think this way so I can affect change, you know, versus like, I gotta be, because like, again, there's just, even on this chat, or even in the comments on your video, there are people who are like, I don't know, I really like it. But it ain't without its flaws. I mean, nothing, the gameplay, I mean, every Doom game is, let me try to think of perfect art. Perfect, to me, perfect is Empire Strikes Back, The Matrix 1, Bloodborne, Sekiro, what else, Josh? What is perfect? Like, where you can't, because Doom 2016 ain't perfect.
Right.
I'll give you a perfect example. Everybody's like, 2016 story was perfect. This is what I love about you guys. And even Eternals. Right now, Eternal gets all this love. Like, oh, Eternal storytelling is great. 2016 storytelling is great. Not at launch. 2016 was not, dude, it wasn't until people stood up and they were like, hey, wait a minute, this isn't stupid. Or rather, they were like, this knows it's stupid.
Right.
So if we watch it like this, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Because people hammered us. The Two Towers, really, over Fellowship? We already had this discussion. I think Fellowship's better than Two Towers. But RoboCop is perfect. Yes. Actually, chat, we need a list of things that are perfect. No, they got a list going already.
Oh, we got a list?
Doom Eternal's artist. The
Thing is perfect.
The Thing is perfect. Agreed. Okay, The Thing is perfect. We'll put that on the list.
Army of Darkness can be perfect for what it's exactly trying to do, which is like a one-note slapstick joke, and it is that. You know what I mean?
Halo 2 more perfect than Halo 3 or Halo 1. D Jammy?
Interesting.
Dr. Jammy?
Interesting.
I don't know. I don't know about Halo 2 over Halo 1 and Halo 3. Dread, the indie fishing game. You bet your fucking ass that thing's perfect. That
game is really good. Yeah, I don't know if he's talking about 2. I think he is. Yeah.
Terminator 2, perfect.
Alien, Alien's perfect.
Midnight, what do you think is perfect? He says the
Predator
Two Towers has the best intro of Gandalf's point. Yeah, I totally agree.
It's fucking cool. Yeah.
The first Berserker, didn't see it. Dark Souls 3. Alien is perfect. Aliens is perfect.
I agree.
Video games. Titanfall 2, perfect.
Ooh.
I share some of Mayo's criticisms of Titanfall 2 in terms of, but I would say it's up there. I really do love Titanfall 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd call it perfect, but many would.
It's also wild that that's the only time they did the single player campaign. That's just insane. Like that the first one was
People
just
love that single player game.
they just had to get the multiplayer out, so it was just multiplayer only. Yeah, the single player campaign is
Alien,
great.
Alien Isolation is. I thought I didn't play Alien Isolation
It's
because people
really-
said it was like good, not good. Okay,
See,
so it is
that
good.
that's one of those fun. Actually, it's around the same time as Doom 2016, like a couple of years later, or whatever. It's a perfect example of how the narrative changed over time. Because I think at launch, remember, because the multiplayer was the beta or whatever for Doom from Wolfenstein, and so everyone was like,
Right.
literally judging the game on the multiplayer, which again was the earliest part of even the development of the multiplayer, not even where multiplayer ended up. And Doom 2016 was kind of written off until later. Now everyone's like, oh my god, it's peak, it's amazing, it's self-aware, it's hilarious. I feel
Right.
like Alien Isolation went through that whole thing because here's a funny one for you. So our buddy Raul Coley, big friend of the podcast, who is now the
Right.
lead character in Saros. He's also just finished, I think, shooting the Exorcist movie that they're doing with Mike Flanagan. Yeah, he did a Saros stream with Alana Pierce, and he was like, "It's kind of hot in here." He took off his shirt, he took off his jacket. It's an IGN 7 score because that's what they gave Saros, which is an amazing both troll and respect. Look, it's an official IGN shirt. He bought it from IGN. It's a real thing. But I love it also because like they gave Alien Isolation a 7, and I'm like, these are some of those games that like the community now is like it's an 11. It's not even an 8. It's
Right.
not a 9. It's not a 10. It's an 11. So like over time, some of those things change. And again, I also told you, I told you this before. I'll tell you this again. Raul really wants to be in a Doom game, and I told him it's too late for DLC.
Raul ran
but,
it.
yeah.
So Raul, if you're listening, he ran into me at the Game Awards,
Mm-hmm.
and I was looking down at the ground walking out, and he said, "Hey," he paid us a really nice compliment. He said, "Dark Ages was my game of the year, man." I said, "Oh,
Ooh,
thanks a lot."
feels good.
And then I looked away, and then I got feedback from somebody that he knows that says that I blew him off.
Son of a-
Raul, what you don't know is that's just me. I have social anxiety. I don't when I'm in large space. Y'all experience that?
Yeah,
Don't you
yeah,
guys
that's
do
fair.
that?
That's fair.
You're like you're around a bunch of people and you
Yeah.
don't know how to act.
To be fair,
And
you
then,
smelled
like-
hot dogs when you went outside, and you were just
I know.
single-minded.
Honestly, I was thinking about the hot dogs. When he talked to me, I was looking at the ground. I'm like, I'm going to get one of those goddamn hot dogs.
I almost spit that shit out.
So I just want to say sorcerer wrote Fargo and
Ooh.
my
The
respect.
movie or the show? Because this is a weird divide.
I think the movie. If it's the movie, sir, ma'am, I amazing. Fargo's one of my favorite movies. We see Devil Daggers. What were you gonna say? The movie, the show is better.
My split
Goodfellas
take
is
is-
perfect. Goodfellas is fucking perfect.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing not fun throughout that entire movie, or just like one-upping itself. That movie is probably it's one of Scorsese's
Right.
best. I think with Fargo, it's not every season because now they're so far into seasons and they kind of recast, redo everything every season, so not everyone is perfect. But I think the show went further than the movie went. I mean, obviously it did. It's like 8 hours versus like an hour and a half, and you couldn't have one without the other.
Right.
So maybe it's just splitting hairs. But wait, were you finishing your thought on if Raul can be in a future Doom game, if there ever is one?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Dude, I'm down.
All right,
let's just
get
do
him
it.
in. Okay, sounds good.
You know, let them know I'm super bad. Yeah, Breaking Bad, totally perfect.
Yeah,
That's
a good one.
We're being told to shut up and play. We will play.
Okay.
And Andrew Holschild is in chat. Okay, so that's
Oh,
my 2
Casino.
cents.
Casino
I think,
was Andrew's. That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one.
It's kind of the most. It's not a sequel to Goodfellas, obviously, but it feels the most like a sequel to Goodfellas in the best way. You know what I mean?
So but in summary, I think show don't tell is when you, for me, look, my 2 cents.
Mm-hmm.
When we tell you about who a character is, show you who a character is by
Mm-hmm.
their actions, not tell you. So Doom guy cares about people, we show you that. He cares about Thera, we show you that when he grabs her arm. Cares about Surratt, you know that by not saying a single word. We tell you just how much he cared about Surratt by the way that he finishes the game and viciously beats the shit out of.
See, I feel like
a
the flail
show
didn't
don't
need
tell
the
moment.
flail didn't need a buff in that scene. I think the flail was
No,
a little
without saying a word.
Yeah.
If I think that we show you a lot about who the Doomslayer is, and he doesn't say a word. Actually, he only said one word. So
True.
His determination, how he feels about people, that's all show don't tell.
Mm-hmm.
When we told you the intro text, the text crawl a la Star Wars, that's not a show don't tell moment. That's more of like you wanted the plot to be about that,
Right.
which I mean, I'm scared that that would be too much story, but it's valid. You know, I mean, he ain't wrong. So we chose to do something that had you as the Slayer from the start, which kind of skips over that stuff. But that's fair. Can't
Let me ask you this:
gotta take the
since
feedback.
Dark Ages was set in the way past, the furthest back we've seen in the modern trilogy, do you feel like when you guys were doing story on it, did it make the most sense to make it kind of like forward only with no flashbacks since you're already back there? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Moist Critical really, and people like him who like the story, that it was like a roller coaster that it just starts. You meet the characters, Act One, introduce some people. Really, Thera's purpose is to just expand the Doom universe. Because to be honest, one of my concerns was just how many times are we going to have the story focus on Samuel? You know, it's like there. I think a fair critique of the dark. Look, I'm super honest about where we need to get better and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you know we're doing our best. Know that we always try our best. That's all I want the fans to understand, is that in software we do our absolute best. We try our hardest to do the best we can. And if stuff doesn't, some things land, some things sort of land, some things are a miss. When it's a miss, but you tried your hardest, it's an opportunity to learn. These are good things. And we learn. You guys are our teachers. You know how we learn? When you make videos that say, this sucks.
And we go,
That's how we learn.
do you have a point in some of that? And then we dig through and we
That's it.
go, okay, maybe we
When
can
you
turn a screw here.
This is yeah. When you guys make a video, and if it's ever about something that didn't land and it's due to like a lack of effort, that's not okay. That's not something that we ever want to accept it in. But when it's we did our absolute best, but you still don't like it, that's an opportunity to learn. You know. Plus, fun is subjective, but ultimately, like the point of it was to be just something over the top, like a comic book, and the flashback stuff. It's just story bloat, you know. Like people say, you know, it is aura farming. I mean, like for in a good way, that's what the Dark Ages. That when you look at the number of views that we have on YouTube for the story, it is really just because he's such a. The priority of the story is to support the gameplay, and what the gameplay is all about is making you feel like a badass. You know, do I think we could have spent more time with certain characters, setting them up? Absolutely, yeah, but that's a fair critique. But the flashbacks and things like that, when there are these fantastic stories like The Last of Us, I just think it's like you end up devoting so much time to that stuff. And again, it's like people want to get in there, they want to kick some ass, they want to know about, you know, they just want to. We want story that enhances the feeling of being a badass. So
and I think it's
so
safe
we
to say
opted
that
not to do flashbacks.
the game that makes sense, and the games you're talking about, like Last of Us is a perfect example. Like it is definitely story first, gameplay second. Gameplay serves the story, not the other way around. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Midnight said that part
Dinosaur
2 of
the
his videos,
Heretic.
okay.
Dinosaur Heretic, what's up, dude? You rock, by the way.
Who's Dinosaur Heretic? I love that name.
I don't know. He's like a new member. There's a whole new group of DoomTubers, and they're pretty awesome.
I love that. Yeah, Midnight says part 2 of his video is going to be interesting. Huge respect, man. No doubt about it.
Listen,
I want a second video to be like, look, part 2. I was wrong about part 1. If you saw, I was doing ABC testing. If you saw A, B, probably or C, you got it wrong. I'm not doing my Darth Brooks anymore. I'm doing my Sigma Midnight, my Sigma Night. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be fun.
Well, I'll just say this, like with Creed, he and I talked about this, and
every time you say that, by the way, I'm thinking of the band Creed, but I know you're talking about the character. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, he was assuming that he was just dumb, and I was like, listen, you could not like the character, but no, he's new, and actually we saw him as the smartest character. He's the smartest, one of the smartest characters in the story, because he has a healthy fear of the Slayer and the demons. When everybody else assumes they could control the Slayer and doesn't really respect the demons, he's the only one that does. So we actually saw him as the irony was that he's smart, and because he's smart, he's terrified of everything.
Right.
You know, and he should be, because he was new to the job. When she says, "Get me the new bishop" and stuff like that. So everything matters in the story. If you watch it, pay attention to every line of dialogue, everything that everybody says, it all kind of builds. But so little things like that. So no, because I think if he was just an idiot, that's super lame.
Yeah.
But I don't care how many people are going to talk to me about certain movies or things I don't like. I think it's okay we like what we like. It's open to interpretation. But I do love that, all your guys' channels, like that 6-hour stream that I kind of simp did
Mhm.
and stuff like that. Like, I love hopping on there, you guys. Thanks for letting me join in your guys' stuff, and it's awesome to go back and forth and talk about these things. Um, as per usual, though, we always talk about story so much. The one thing I think I'll say just is that I don't disagree. We want the story to be as good as possible. I just got to watch out that it doesn't become like a narrative game. I
Right.
want to have badass story in there, but I'm
But also,
try to
again,
strike that balance.
as we always do, shout outs to the team, because even though, again, between 2016 and Eternal, there was a huge leap in like what we could do with cinematics and how they look. But if you look at Eternal versus Dark Ages, it's like looking at 93 Doom and like Doom 2016 as far as the cinematics
Yeah.
go. Like, they are like all the kind of ways you framed it, I think, before, of like everybody looks Tony Scott. They look a little bit sweaty, super hot. Everybody looks awesome.
Yeah.
Like the depth of field, the focus, the actual just direction, the camera angles, like the cinematics in Dark Ages are not only great because the story's great and it's really fun to watch, but they're also watched at like a million, whatever the hell it is, views on YouTube because they're gorgeous. Like, they just look
Yeah.
so, and the fact that that's rendered in engine, like the team just overcranked on that.
Midnight.
Shit. It looks
What I would
crazy.
ask you to do is go look at the comments on YouTube for the cinematic videos. Like, there's one where people made a compilation of Thera and Doom Guy. There's one where people made Doom, the Doom Slayer interacting with humans from Dark Ages. Just read the comments. It's great stuff. They read into every bit of their actions, which is very good. So moving on from that.
Yeah.
Don't we have, well, really quick, Salim says, I want to talk to add more quick switching. So you want more quick switching we're not going to do quick switching. That's a little giveaway, is like, there is a form of quick switching. You'll see what it is. When it comes to the weapons, we're not going to do that. We entertained that for a minute, and I don't like how it breaks the game. And it's not Eternal. Like,
Yeah.
Eternal's all about that. This game truly is about you just, picking the weapon you like and just, using it, preference, just like in the original Doom. And if you use your melee weapons, you could keep your ammo topped off and just use whatever you want. Is the DLC longer than Tag 1 and 2 combined? I think the fact that I have to really think about that is
that's the answer.
Is tells you everything you need to know. I don't know, but it's hard to say. So that's a good sign. It's meaty. Hugo, I have a lore question. In what time period Earth is located while Doom Guy is having his vacations in Argentina? I think we're gonna talk about. Obviously, there's some dimensional rifts happening in terms of like the Slayer and these different timelines. I think I want to save that for just like a larger conversation. But
yeah, that's a good idea.
I couldn't say. Josh, what do we have today? Do we have any? It's up to you. Do we have anything?
I think we do, but I think I'm going to keep it towards the end because it's
okay.
Yeah. Should we? All
right.
Play a little.
We got something good.
We do have something good, I think. Also, here's 2 more recommendations of bullshit I've been watching recently. So we already talked about Begonia, which I swear to God we didn't talk about before the stream, but I had it ready. 2 other ones. These are Japanese horror and like very different voice stuff. Both the same director. How do I do this backwards? Cure and Pulse. This one's kind of like technology based. This one's more like, I guess, like a little bit occult based. Really good. Cure is like on my all-timer list, like probably like top 10. It's very good. And it's the same, what the hell is the guy's name? The lead actor is the same one who was in, the Wim Wenders film that came out, Perfect Days, where he's just like a janitor in Japan, just like looking up at the trees and shit. It's just like this beautiful contemplative movie about like happiness just being like simple as shit. Same actor who looks the same age, even though that was like from the, I think like late 90s or early 2000s. But anyways, big recommend both of those.
That's awesome. Hey, actually, I have one last thing. Midnight asked how the story in the DLC will be told. For context around certain characters, like we've talked about Marek, for example, that'll be something that you'll be rewarded. If you read the codex, you'll get some more understanding of the characters' personalities and their place and things. Other characters will be more front and center. You know, can't say who, but they'll definitely be more. They'll be the A story, but the B story characters, you know, things that are connected to characters like Merrick. I think the difference is this time we really wanted to try to go back to rewarding the player for reading the codex, where the codex is really gonna provide more context, like it did in 2016 in Eternal for the characters. Now, there's some of that in Dark Ages. Like you learn a lot about the relationship between Surratt and Doomguy and their past by reading the codex. So that stuff is really good. And then some of it is just talking, giving you cool fiction about stuff. But I think in Eternal, we spent a lot more time talking about, you know, the backstory and the context for these different things and why is this guy this and that. And there'll be a lot of that in the codex for Dark Ages when it comes to the story. The story is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, it's not that I've already said this, so I'm not giving anything away.
Mm-hmm.
We are not going to end with him getting trapped in the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
That is a massive arc of a story, and we're going to tell you a few more chapters of the Slayer's saga in his time with the Sentinels, but it ain't gonna. If we did that, it's over.
Right.
You know, and
right.
and that's like the end of it all. So, what am I doing?
Playing the game. You want to?
Okay.
Pandemonium. We switching? You got it up?
Yes, sir.
All right. I think it's a record. That's 54 minutes of just talking shit. Good job. We did good. All right, here we go. We are on Pandemonium. I'm trying to remember. Are we on the second level? Jesus. Or are we in the third level? I'm trying to remember now. I know we found a couple of bugs last stream that kept us back. Hold on. It's the third one. Shit, we're on a Beth. How we got to get the shield again? All right, we're going to speed run this.
Son of a bee.
Oh boy. Oh no. You're playing the stream. I'm hearing my own voice in your phone. I was like, oh no. Is that what it sounds like?
Actually, look at him. All right, watch.
Okay. The demons are now targeting the Sentinel's energy.
So why is he asking these questions? Is because he doesn't know what the hell is going on. So we are showing you that he is new to the job and he's asking these questions because he doesn't know what the hell is going on. Little foreshadowing of the tentacles underneath him.
I was gonna say he's got a little indigestion going on.
Yes. It is an energy field which prevents the demons from opening a portal into this world. It doesn't work. What you see now is a result of Sentinel civilians falling under the influence of demons and opening portals for them.
So this is based, you think about like in Back to the Future, Marty McFly says you made a time machine out of a DeLorean, and then he explains it because there's a character in the story who doesn't know what's going on.
Right.
This is who this guy is. He's new to the job, doesn't really know how everything works. He tells him it keeps demons out. He's like, yeah, that ain't working.
A mere leak in the dam, sir. If the barrier were to break,
Foreshadowing what's to come.
I like your skin choice right now too. That's a good one. Slayer one. The Void. That's good.
Slayer vitals increasing. Slayer, prepped for launch.
It's remarkable how he can survive the power surge.
Yes. We purify his mind and leave only his hatred for the demons.
But his resistance to the Tether's influence is increasing.
A request to the Creed for additional energy reserves has already been made.
launch the Slayer immediately.
Don't think they're gonna get those energy reserves in time. So, a little backstory there. If you'll notice, when he raises up the power, it only goes to it goes from like 6 to 8, and it goes to 10. Like you can tell that they don't have much room left.
Right.
So the next time he tries to break out, clearly he didn't get the energy reserves that he said they were waiting on. So he goes up 2 more notches, and it's not enough to contain the Slayer.
Don't you ever wish someone could just purify your mind and just leave only the hatred for the demons? Because I sure do.
Mine is like, I think what happened is somebody purified my mind and left only my love for the noodles.
That's it, huh? Have you been going to what's your place there, King? Have you been going recently?
Dude, I'm gonna die.
That place is
I
so,
got
it's
problems.
worth it. If you gotta die for that though, honestly, probably worth it. Don't die, but you know, at the same time.
They left only my love for Vietnamese food.
Honestly, I'll take it. I'll take it. They were kind. They were kind to do that. You can put me in that machine any day. What would
Hey,
all
is
right.
Midnight coming to Quake?
QuakeCon?
QuakeCon?
I can't remember. Did you get your stuff sorted out, Midnight? Let us know in chat. And then chat, here's the question for you. If if the makers purified your mind and left only
That's awesome.
only
That's
love
such a good
for
question.
one thing, what do you want it to be?
Chat. You gotta answer that, chat. That's amazing.
Hold on.
Here, I'm gonna keep playing, but tell me what they say.
All right. Okay, Flynn Solo said Doom. Okay, Smile Basic said spicy
I
food.
like it. Thank you, sir.
Nice. Leo the ACR said kitties. I like that. Just purify your mind. Leave only your love for kitties. That sounds pretty peaceful, to be honest. Oh man. Okay, this is very on brand. So you know there is one user on YouTube who trolls us every week about something Daisy related, and their answer was just simply Daisy. That's Raven06 Stoic, who is so consistent. I gotta respect the consistency.
That's awesome.
Cleanse their mind and leave only love for Daisy. Father Oblivion says sushi. It's a great one. I like this one because it's open to a lot of different things. I mean, sushi is too, but IW Legendary Saiyan says chips. Ooh, Scope Wad says David Lynch. That's a good answer too.
That's a good answer.
Toyota says burger. Just burger. I like that.
Hey, Toyota, dude, Toyota's doing some really cool modding stuff.
He's working
he
on
sent it
something
to
right
me.
now. Did he? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't send it to me, but he just showed me a picture. So Toyota, dude, awesome work, man.
Yeah. He's working on
You
something
guys are all
big
kicking
right now.
ass.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Walter Green says Mecha Daisy. All right, so not just any Daisy. They want only the love for a mechanized version of Daisy.
I also, let me give a shout out really quick to. Forget his name. So we're gonna go.
Lexus Uwu says capitalism. I feel like depending on what country you live in, you've already got your wish, my guy or girl. We're already there. You've got that. That one's happening. Congratulations, your dream came true. Okay, High Beam TF says, OMG, either pasta or cheesy 80s pop music. Good choices. Yeah, what do you got, Hugo?
Farveen. His name is Farvein. He just put out a video.
Farvane.
Endless Hell. Farvane. Is he on here? Because Farvane, are you here? Because your videos are awesome.
Hell yeah. Identify
really
yourself,
appreciate-
Farvane.
We really appreciate your support, bud.
All right,
By the way, somebody said
Yeah, go ahead. Okay. Say it.
purple
please.
goo.
Irrational. Again, it's a perfect answer for the username is Irrational Reasoning, who we recognize 6368 says purple goo. That is very good irrational reasoning. I feel like this person's a paid actor that you brought on from your love for the housemate, because how do I say his name? Ronaldo S. How do I try to read this online? There's no space. There's no capitalization. Hold on. Ronaldo Escobedo 2641 says Sydney Sweeney. They want just their love for Sydney Sweeney. They're mind wiped.
Listen, that's not why the movie's good.
That's why he said it's not the reason he thought it was. That it. Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not. But you'll see. You guys will all see.
I got one more +1 for purple goo from YZM. They
Dude,
went
can
through
I be
my
honest,
life.
Josh? I
Yeah.
think we need purple goo merch. I think
Oh,
purple
that'd be
goo
great.
has reached the point now where, like, what do you guys think? Like, I feel like purple goo merch would be totally like a deep cut meta thing for all of the fans. That would be hilarious.
I got 2 ideas that come to mind for purple goo merch, and you let me know what you think about them. You got to rank them 1 to 2, okay? First thing that I thought of is I'm talking about straight Nickelodeon gack in like a little plastic can, right? That's purple
Oh,
goo.
dude, that would be
So you
amazing.
could take it out, play with it, be gross. You put it back in the little plastic
Would
tub.
does chat think purple goo merch is stupid, or what do you think?
All right, good idea is what Sword and Sorcerer said. All right, here's idea number 2. This one might be a little more mature, might be a little more useful. Do purple goo as a bath bomb. So you just drop that bee in the bathtub, it fills up like purple goo, and you slow down because naturally your body's gonna, your heart's gonna slow down. You're gonna be sitting in the purple goo just like in Doom Eternal. What do we think? All right, both of them is what Sneaky J. Cool says.
Dude, purple goo bubble bath solution is fucking amazing.
Just like drop that little bubble, that little bomb
You're
in there.
super involved.
Yeah, yeah.
By the way, show
it to
don't tell.
happen.
Look at them. They're all struggling. These guys are. Look at it at midnight. None of these people are doing good. You're
Yeah, you
saying
think
there's
they're
no
all right?
struggle.
Look at
Look
that.
at this. These
What about
people
him?
they're freaking out.
What about him?
Look
What
at
about
him,
her?
he's like, I don't know. I'm showing you. I've heard. I'm not telling you. Tell me something. No, I'm just showing. Dude, purple. So you know better than I do. Do you think we could pull off purple goo bubble bath? That's fucking amazing.
We
Josh.
could definitely try. I mean, our buddies at the gear store, they do have a lot of connections in a lot of industry, so I'll float the idea and see what we can get going. It'd be so cool for like just like a one-off thing for like an anniversary or something for Eternal. That'd be amazing. They got until next March to do it, so that's plenty of time, I'm sure. They're like, that's not enough time, but we'll see. We'll see. We can do it. That'd be amazing.
It is. Didn't I do this already?
Flint Solo says it just turns into cement when you get in the tub. Hey, you know what? Results may vary. It's our first time making a bath bomb, so give us a little leeway here. Toyota says mangubus. Nice. That was hard for me, my brain to interpret that word. Mangubus. It's the goo and mancubus combined. I still can't believe when we started streaming Eternal back in the pandemic that we were talking about Jack Bones art that he made of us that we started using as a thumbnail towards the end, and we came up with on one stream the Vancubus. That still to me is like the funniest shit. Every now and then I'll think
It is
about that
funny.
and just laugh out loud to myself, standing in line somewhere. The Vancubus.
It is hilarious.
But you don't have the Vancubus anymore. You have a truck now. You have a big ass
Got
truck.
truckubus.
The Truckubus, there it is. It's always been there. Smile Basic says, do official Doom Nerf guns exist? They don't?
No, but dude, that would be awesome. What are we
Yeah.
doing? Why don't we have that?
I want to say we had that conversation for real at some point, but I can't remember why. Because, like, remind me, that Aliens one that they did, isn't that not actually Nerf? Isn't it like Hasbro did it or something? I think there's something about mature titles doing anything with, like for under teen products, technically. I can't remember. But
I also want to, dude. I think that would be sick.
that would be sick.
And yeah. I think that a Nerf. Oh my God, we should do that.
Yeah, that would be nasty. What gun would you want from Dark Ages, Hugo? Nerf any
What is
Nerf
chat?
gun. What is chat?
What do they
All right,
think?
Chat. What are we? BFG Nerf gun? What do you mean BFC, Danique? If we're talking about
Oh well, honestly, the BFG
Actually-
from Doom Eternal would be sick.
yeah. What would it just shoot like 50 or some shit, or just one giant ball? That'd actually be nasty.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Let's see. All right. In the world of things that are hard to make and then things to make that harder for that thing that's hard to make harder, you do something like, imagine if for the bath bomb idea of purple goo, change the purple goo to green goo, but then the idea is the apparatus that we sell the bath bomb in is in the form of a BFG, and you push a button and it makes the BFG sound and it just pops the little bath bomb out into your bathtub. So it's like you're launching a BFG into your bathtub.
That sounds awesome.
Ooh, John Doom says the Gauss cannon from 2016. Do love the Gauss cannon. That would be sick looking. Ooh, Rip and Tear says imagine a Nerf meat hook super shotgun. Ooh, that would be cool.
That would be awesome. This freaking Pandemonium shit is nerve-wracking, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me play in a way that's like
Yeah.
slightly not
I
normal.
know. Yeah, because
And,
you're like
like-
so cautious.
Yeah, I'm so worried about everything.
I feel like the biggest difference, because I did a Pandemonium playthrough, is like I play with a plan all the time. Like I'm always playing with the plan. Like I can't be too aggressive. I can't be too timid. I gotta be like, I know what's in this next room. This is my flow chart. I have to do this order. And if shit goes bad, I have to have like a bailout plan.
No, absolutely.
What do we have here? Super shotgun nerf. That's pop again. Let's see. Big F bath. Haha. Yep. BFG bath. BF bath. Oh, I get it. BFB. Big F and bath. It's pretty good. That one took me a minute somehow. How about a Doom watch sword and sorcerer? Are you trolling me right now? You trolling me? What's happening? You trolling? You know what I want to show off actually, because I have it around the corner. Hold on, let me get it. Speaking of watches and Doom and things we actually did do, please hold. All right, you know I'm committed. You know I'm committed to this shit because I didn't even own a what do you call them? Wear OS watch, which is like the Android side because I'm like an iPhone user. But I bought this Galaxy, whatever the hell this one is, 8 or something, whatever number this is, specifically for this watch face. Wait for it to focus. So it's Doom Guy, and as you can see, he looks really beat up because the battery is low, and when you hit on it, it used to, before they updated the OS, it used to make the pain sound, which would give me joy in my life, but that has since gone from the OS update. But the battery life reflects how effed up he looks. So when you charge it to 100, he looks healthy as hell. And the BPM, of course, is your heartbeat. So it's pretty goddamn good. Do I think it's worth buying a Galaxy for it? I think I even had to buy, at that point, a fucking Android phone just to set it up correctly because of how Galaxy works. Yes and yes, I do think it's worth it. It's great. And you can also set up like the whole like wrist pay thing, so you can like Dick Tracy like pay for your groceries and shit with this thing, which is kind of cool. All right, Alan Barbin says, "Take my money, Josh. I'll take it." Not directly though. There was like a couple other watch faces. This is through this app called Facer. So this is the official one we did with them. This is like it approved.
Kirby
Yo.
King says
Uh-huh.
the BFN, big fucking nerf.
Oh, that works really, really well. BFN, I like that.
amazing.
That's good.
Dude, the internet is never loses.
Undefeated? Yeah, you're right.
It's undefeated. I
It
mean,
is.
it's like the comedy on the internet.
Yeah.
We were talking like what happened to all the comedy movies? They're all gone. And it's like because it's on the internet.
Yeah,
dude.
because you're
Like,
getting it
all
every
you have to do is just
second.
turn on, look at the comments in any video.
Chicken Burger Man asked how much it costs. I don't know. When this one came out, this was the Antisocial Social Club one, which has some nice... Let me see if I can get these details. There is a daisy on here. So Raven06 Stoic, there actually is one. Let me see if I can show it. There you go. There's Daisy. That was on the side of this watch. The other side is just Antisocial Social Club. And then the back of it is, I think, both of those things. There you go. Front of it. Get the focus. There you go. So this one was like 100, 120 or something. It wasn't too bad. This was the Meister combination with Antisocial Social Club. I want to say this one wasn't too bad. The Galaxy, whatever the hell this is, 7 or 8 on Amazon. Like I think I bought it like refurbished because I could give two shits flying F. Like the refurbished stuff is always fine. I want to say it was like around 152. Let me see if I can find it. Galaxy.
Hey, do you guys think that playing with a more defensive build in Pandemonium is better? So should I favor like, you know, armor, regen, and shit like that? Like I'm speaking to all the Pandemonium pros out there.
Let's hear it. What do you guys think as far as playstyle goes, or even like equipment goes? Yes, this is a Samsung Watch 7. This one, the Galaxy one, and I got it for 120. I got it for 120 shipped through Amazon as like the renewed or whatever they call it. That guy. And then I think the watch face is like $10 permanently through this app called Facer. It's like the official Doom one. All right, here we go. Pure offense is what Bobby Blue Holiday says. Let's see. Robert Wells Strawbass 1249 says, "Get the shredder to pincushion ASAP." Okay.
Sorry. The shredder to pincushion.
ASAP.
Really? I think Ricochet is like.
It's funny because
strong.
Sword and Sorcerer says Ricochet upgrade first, so we got split opinion in chat. Yeah, Chris H821 says I prefer Ricochet also. He also says I'm no pro, but Gauntlet is the way. You love the Gauntlet. I was going to say you don't need to convince Hugo to use the Gauntlet. Hugo loves the Gauntlet.
Oh shit.
Got to get that electricity. Rip and Tear says I have 4 of those Antisocial Social Club watches. I bought 2 of each as I love them so much. Did you get all the apparel and accessories too? So here's the thing. Here's why I'm salty. So I got this watch, bought that day one, got all of the merch as far as the hoodies, the shirts. I got the watch, the automatic one with the shield saw, and it had a defect. So I sent it back, and when I sent it back, and they ran out of them, so they couldn't send me another one. So Rip and Tear 96, if you would sell me the shield saw one for retail price, I'm very interested. Let me know on either Twitter or Discord, because I'm really salty I couldn't get it, because I had it for a second, but mine was messed up. It like wasn't working right. And they're like, no problem, ship it back and we'll send you another one. And then they were out of stock, so I was very sad. So let me know. Rip and Tear 96. You're my only hope. You're my Obi-Wan. Kuroki says, does the Slayer still keep his shield saw somewhere in the Fortress of Doom? Ooh, that's a crazy question. I never really thought about that. So Eternal is obviously in the future from this game. Is there any semblance of a shield saw in there anywhere?
Is saying I don't know a valid answer? I always want to give you guys an answer, but
That's
the
totally
truth is,
valid.
guys haven't thought about that. But I think that means how about a new rule amongst the fan base and me?
Yeah.
And is that when you guys ask those questions, I don't want to make shit up.
Right.
So like in some cases, I just need to look into it.
Yeah,
but I
that's
do
totally
think
fair.
that is an awesome fucking idea.
Yeah, it is.
And I would love in my mind to say that it's packed away somewhere. I think
Right.
that's badass.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we're making this shit up together. So what do you guys think? I feel like, all right, we're gonna make. Let's actually act like devs right now, all of us. What should we do? Like opinions in chat.
Okay.
Should we should patch it in there?
Yeah,
Chris,
he's already ready.
Yeah, that's
Chris
amazing.
821, he's like, patch it in
What
now.
do you guys think? Like, do you think right now, ask yourself, like, would he still have it? Maybe it's packed away somewhere. Okay, I got an awesome idea. All right, let's brainstorm right now.
Okay, hold on. We'll
So,
switch to this. Boom. Big brainstorm session.
If it's actually in his hub in Eternal,
Fortress of Doom.
because the Fortress of Doom is
Yeah.
so that when the the hovering base that Thera is captured in the Dark Ages is foreshadows the Fortress of Doom, like that technology exists, which connects to the lore from Doom Eternal, and so it makes total sense that he might have one in there. But what I think is really compelling is I would want to know why he isn't using it. I'd be like, if you have that thing in there, then why don't you use it? And I think that's badass because that's a story. I would want to know what is the story behind. And I actually forgot what we're saying. What were we saying that he has in his hub?
The shield saw.
Yeah. So if the shield saw is somewhere in his hub, but he's not using it, I think that's badass. Add it as an Easter egg on Eternal, dude. If we could patch that in, that'd be badass. Then the other thing is if it's not in there and it's lost forever, that's a badass story.
Right.
I want to know when he lost it.
Wouldn't that be amazing if, like, because you already have the Unmaker as like the part that you can, once you get all the Empyrean keys or whatever, you can unlock. Wouldn't it be crazy if, you know, on the Slayer's wall in the Fortress of Doom, there's all the weapons that you acquire throughout it, and they have like whatever skin you have equipped. Wouldn't it be wild if after every weapon was filled out, just like the secret compartment flips over on the top or something, and it's just the shield saw? I'd be like, ooh! That'd be nice. Dude. I know. I love making work for people when I don't have to do it. It just sounds so easy. You know what I mean? You're
it would be like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah, that would be cool.
But I think it's equally compelling to learn why he doesn't have it anymore.
Ooh, there's a really good one in chat, though. A really good reason that maybe why not. Oh, man. This one hurts. You ready?
Yeah,
this
because
good.
both can lead to really compelling story.
This one's good. This is Smile Basic. You ready for this? You might have to pause for a second just to emotionally react to it. You ready? I'm going to put you full screen. Smile Basic says, what if he buried it with Surat?
Oh, that's awesome. Fuck. See, that's I think that's cool. All right, chat has to vote. Chat, you're the creative director right now. Tell us what we're supposed to do.
I like it. Should we A, bury the shield saw with Surat, or should we B, somehow figure out a way to patch it into Doom Eternal so it can live inside of the Fortress of Doom?
See, the problem is if we put it in Doom Eternal, I just want to call out, then fans will be like, so this thing's going to work, right?
Like,
nah, it's just a problem.
Take it off the wall. Right.
Let me use it.
Yeah,
but I don't think that's a reason not to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Robert on YouTube says, shield saw is in the Outland room above the prison room. So it's just like hidden away somewhere up there. Okay.
I'm down. I think that's a good spot.
Gordon Mode says, yes, that's my vote. I think you're talking about A, the Surat option. Oh man, Queen Anne's Revenge, which is a great name, says add the shield saw and a picture of Surat. Damn, double whammy into Doom Eternal. I like that. If you're gonna go nuts, awesome. Go all the way nuts. Let's see. I'm seeing
while people were critical of the story, the dragon gameplay, you know, a big part of that was about building up this character that you cared about, you know, knowing that, you know, he would be lost in the battle with Azric, making you hate Azric that much more. I think, you know, it's a story that builds.
Yeah.
You know, your motivation to kill Azric builds throughout the story. And unfortunately, the dragon, he dies, but...
Man, I just thought of an idea that's so cool but so expensive that we're never going to do it, so I'm just going to tell you, okay? You ready? So this is like somewhere down the road, maybe like 2-year anniversary or something of Dark Ages. And we make, instead of just like a social video or like a still, we make a full-ass animated scene. And the scene is just the Slayer walking up to the burial ground of Surat, and instead of a headstone, he just puts the goddamn shield saw into the ground. I'd be like, ooh,
wait, say that again?
So we use the full power of the animation team. This is going to be an expensive-ass social video, okay? But it's just the Doomslayer walks up to where Surat was just recently buried. And instead of a headstone or anything, there's nothing. It's unmarked. He just puts his shield saw into the ground and just like takes it in the end and be like,
And and you're saying that's where he leaves it?
yeah.
I think that's awesome,
God.
dude. I think. Wait a minute. I think my controller doesn't work. Son of a bitch.
Unplug, replug? Give it a go.
Yeah, dude. I think
There
that
you go.
sounds awesome.
God, that'd be so sick. Yeah, Duck Gamer says like the end of Logan. It is like the end of Logan. Yeah. Zemini says some demon would find it and steal it. See, I wonder if it's like one of those things like the like Excalibur, like Sword in the Stone. Like we've never seen. It's almost like the whole lightsaber conversation, right? Like, could a demon ever pick up the shield saw? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
I don't know. Like to me, it's like Blade's sword. You know, it's like
Exactly. Master McAwesome Sauce, who I think was yelling at us earlier to get to just play the damn game, asked the question, Josh and Hugo, have you played Mouse PI for Hire yet? I have not, but I am dying
No, is
to.
it good?
Yeah, what, we need to hear your thoughts. I mean, I've seen nothing but good things online, but what do you guys think, anyone that's played it? Like it's not even my backlog, it's my front log. Okay, Hato says it's really good. Nice. Yeah, exactly. Okay, Chad is saying, for the shield saw not being able to pick up by anyone else, both Resistor on Twitch and then who was it on Rent-A-Cute Pup, which is a hilarious name on YouTube. They both said it's like Thor's hammer. It's exactly right, right? Like only Thor can wield it, only Thor can pick it up. Except for that one scene.
Oh my god.
In you got this. Just
oh my god.
Now you got to play conservative. Use your shield bash to get away. Use more of that shit just to get around, get away from his ass. Yeah, shield. Okay, or that too. I was gonna say shield bash because it pulls you to them, and that works. That works. Okay, we're getting HP. We got this armor. All right. Let's play conservative plus back. I like it. We got 30 more ammo right now. We got 2 swings of the gauntlet. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get it done. Get it done. Get
Jesus
it done.
Christ. Fucking
Dude,
Hell Knight was
give
right
me
there.
A heart attack, brother. All right, I'd still run. I'm worried he's gonna. Holy shit! I thought he was gonna kill you right there. Oh my god, brother. Whew.
Woo!
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say that was the only moment, because of Thor's hammer only being able to be wielded by him. That moment, obviously in Endgame, where Captain America catches that shit was so awesome because
Fucking greatest thing ever.
yeah, because it can't be
just-
wielded by anyone. You were just like,
It was one of the greatest fucking things. I
Yeah.
lost my shit.
yeah, that was it.
Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Oh wait, god damn it. I keep doing that. It's so annoying.
Are we doing another level? What do you think?
We gotta do the barrier core.
All right, let's do it.
Didn't I die during this shit?
No, we didn't get to this. We didn't get to. 'cause
No,
if
I
you-
did it during my. I died. I
Oh.
know. That's what karaoke. I know. I agree. I'm so stupid.
Please remember to
yeah,
not
we're not
smack the
gonna-
shield in the Titan.
I'm not trying to get cute and like announce more DLCs or anything at all. It's just I don't want.
This
Speaking
was-
of the shield and everything like that, I just love that we're not going to end with him in the sarcophagus because
Yeah.
I think the medieval Doom fiction is so cool.
Mhm.
You know,
Keep him.
just nice to leave the door open.
Yeah, agreed. You're right. Ultra Nightmare. It was that run that we lost it all
Yes.
on the end of this level, which was devastating. That's right. Luke Production says this is
And
the
Josh,
rematch.
they got to stick around because we got a lord.
We got
have a
a
nugget
nugget.
coming.
I think I got a nugget. You
We
tell
got a
me.
deal. We
I
got
think
a
we do.
DLC nugget coming.
That's right. That's right.
So we're going to show, don't tell, with our nugget to make midnight happy. It's the theme of this conversation.
That's right.
Wait, are we going to show don't
Not-
tell? What are we going to do?
We are going to show. It won't be today, but that's part of the.
Oh, okay.
We'll get to that. We'll get to it. We'll get to it.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. I
It's
don't know
okay.
what's going on.
You do. You know it. You do.
I was probably told 10 times I don't know what's going on.
I like that. Sneaky J Cool says we are the Nuggets. It's like the one we are the One Piece all along. It was friendship. It turns out you're already playing the DLC.
Yeah.
This is it. We're in it. Let's see. Rip and Terry says, hey Josh, we get weekly nuggets in the DLC, but I could ask what the next release on the Gear Store is going to be. I need the whole roster of Dark Ages minis because we didn't get all of them in Eternal, and then it absolutely kills me. But I need the old ones so bad. I guess we never did. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. And I'm guessing you wanted lunatic size. Like you wanted the old one to be like this Icon of Sin size, right? Like versus the where the hell is here it is. Obviously the minis got bigger in Dark Ages, like the ones the Gear Store made. So that's the size of. Hold on, let's do AB first. This is for midnight. ABC testing like YouTube. All right, so A, Doom Eternal. Mini Slayer. B, Jesus Christ, the guy she tells you not to worry about, the Dark Ages Slayer. Look how much bigger he is. Jesus Christ, he's a lot bigger. But then there was the Icon of Sin that, to scale from Eternal, made sense, right? There to there. That would be really cool, man. That would be really, really cool. I don't know if that one's already in any kind of stage of anything yet, but I do know. I can say this without it being to anything. There is new stuff. It's not mini related, but there's new stuff going live next week that we'll announce on the Gear Store, and I think it's really, really cool, and I think you're gonna like it. But it is not a mini collectible. Hell yeah. And I'll tell you what, Rip and Tear, if you sell me one of those Shield Saw Antisocial Social Club watches, you can have whatever you want. I'll make a mini just for you. Ooh, that's a good question. So, Krug Gaming, who we love, who makes some amazing... I think, like... I don't think I'm even being hyperbolic by it. I think Krug makes, right now... I'll say R as the Royal R, but definitely my favorite fan-made trailer for Dark Ages right now. He says, hey, Hugo and Josh.
Krug.
Right?
Is it Krug or Krug?
I think it's...
Dude, you are amazing.
I think it's Krug, yeah.
Big shout out to Krug. You are amazing. Seriously, dude. Your stuff is sick.
Legit.
Everybody needs to... Frayne, Icon of Simp, Krug. These are the new Doom tubers that have joined the club. We've got our Midnights and our Mayos. And this generation of Doom tubers is coming up. You guys are new. You guys are making amazing content. Am I saying his name right? Farvane? Farvane?
Farvane. Yeah.
Yeah. Farvane, he's amazing. And Krug, your stuff is ridiculous. So good.
Where was the question? Hold on, Krug, where are you? Sorry, chat scroll. I gotta scroll up. I think you asked who makes our trailers was the question. We've done a variety of things. I want to say our launch trailer was an agency, like our announcement trailer back in, what year was that? 2025? 4? What year was that? 2025, I think.
Yeah.
Our launch
Well,
trailer was made internally, though.
Well, it's a collaboration, like
Yeah.
Josh, myself, the team, and then when it comes to the recording, yeah, sometimes we work with an agency, but lately we've been doing the stuff internally.
Yeah.
Launch trailer was done internally. Recent stuff is done internally. We start with a script, we do that in house, and then we usually have one or two people who can. Well, not with two people, but usually give the capture and the editing to a person. And lately we've been going with an internal resource. I don't know if you want me to say his name.
Yeah,
but
say his name, because we did...
Mr. Perry!
That's right. Huge shout-outs to our boy Perry, who, if you remember all of the social videos that we put out, especially the ones like, the most memorable ones, like the demon captures that were like incredible. Even the stuff we filmed together, like me and Hugo and Perry filmed all the Art of Slaying stuff and all of the like Hugo answering question stuff. That's all shout outs to Perry. So huge shout outs to Perry. So that's your answer, Krug. Perry is the GOAT. And yeah, as Sword and Sorcerer says, all hail Krug. Krug is the GOAT of fan-made trailers because he's made a lot of them and they're awesome. And they honestly are getting better and better too, so shout-outs. Oh, nice. Rip and Tear says, if that's the case, I'll take Doom Eternal Pain Elemental Mini. Oh, that would be so sick. That would be sick. Do you already have this one, Rip and Tear? Do you have the, not mini, but not cute? He looks so hilarious because he's like doing the pose right in the camera. Ah! Do you already have this Pain Elemental? Rip and Tear 96? Let me know. I'm just trying to trade you for that watch that I couldn't get. That's what the stream has turned into for me. Also, a proud UK member here from Newcastle, UK. Oh, that's awesome. That's from Rip and Tear. Arrhythmia says, how I look when burger. Yeah, you look like this. Ah! Hugo, this is how he looks when he wants a burger. Did you just beat the shit out of? Okay, here we go. This is it. This is the moment of truth. We gotta lock in. All right. Beautiful. Perfect. Damn. God. Damn.
All right, Midnight, we're going to show you
Beat his ass,
that
dude.
Thera, as a character, if you read in the comments, is the only one. We learned that Thera is a good leader and an ally to the Slayer because she is the only one that sees him as human. So when everybody else ran away because he's the super weapon, she stuck around to save him and help him. And she, as a character, is the only one that thinks of him as anything more than a weapon. Which is yet another example of show don't tell.
I'm saying. The proof is there.
Based on her actions.
You want to know Andrew Holtschultz lore comment for the week? You ready?
Yes.
The object is to punch all of the demons' clothes off.
Demonic activity is
They're not wearing a lot of clothes, but I guess there are some that do.
has requested an immediate.
And when you're in the Atlan, you got to beat him to a pulp.
Froggy Sock says, so
Froggy
Thera
Socks.
like a friend to Doom Slayer? Absolutely. I
Yeah.
mean, friend, I don't know, friend. Like,
Right.
Doom Guy does not have
It's like coworker,
friends.
right? But like with
And
respect.
then we are showing you, Midnight, that
I did as you asked.
Mr. Azric
Now, please.
is evil and
Let her
powerful
soul.
by abusing this poor priest.
Mhm.
He's just said, let her soul be at peace.
The heart of Arjun.
He's torturing his wife.
Sealed in a chamber. I told you I cannot open it. No one can.
Yeah, exactly. Luke Productions.
So
says,
we know
like
that,
like
by
a
the
fellow
way,
warrior,
when he-
right?
He was forced to help him, obviously, but what he'll reveal later in the next cinematic is that he tried to trick Azric but Azric figured it out anyway. Well, that was awesome. And
All right, so
that
before
was
we
fun.
start, we probably should.
No, well, we're not gonna play the next level. We'll
Okay,
just
okay,
take a
okay.
break, right? I mean,
Yeah.
feels like a good stopping point.
Speaking of, this is a good point. Let me mute game audio. This is the nugget for the week, the Beaver Nugget, and it isn't just that the nugget for the DLC is the friends we made along the way, and that's all of us. It isn't just that, because that is part of it. That's half of it. It's only half the battle. The other part is in the show don't tell, because we've done a lot of telling about the DLC. We've done a lot of
Yes.
it throughout these streams. Shout outs to Horde and Hato and Sneaky J Cool, because the list on Reddit, sometimes when I read it, I'm like, God damn, we've said a lot of stuff about the DLC over the however long it's been, almost a year. This is the nugget for the week. So next week it'll be again. The Doom 2016 anniversary is on the 13th. I think it's a Wednesday. We're going to be back for streaming on the 14th. That's the Thursday. And then the Friday is the 15th, which is the 1 year anniversary of Doom the Dark Ages, which, holy shit, time flies. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Right? But next week, we're going to have something to show for the DLC. And no, it isn't the trailer yet. It isn't the trailer yet. But again, if you remember, and everyone here does because they were here for that, when we did the id 35th anniversary, no, I'm sorry, when we did the Doom 33rd anniversary back in December, that was the first and only time we've ever shown anything about the DLC. Which, chat, what did we show? Do you guys remember? What was that scene? What did you get a look at? Okay, Hellspawn says, I was there. I know, Alston says, how is it already 1 year and 10 years? I mean, you're looking at Hugo and I faces. This is 10 years. Like, Jesus, how did that happen?
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Okay, right. Correct answer, Flynn Solo, Frozen Hell. That's what we showed back in December.
Right.
So the nugget for this week is next week we get to show, not tell, one little more nugget that is a fully realized nugget that is not the trailer.
Gonna be good.
Gonna be good.
It's gonna be good, you
Gonna
guys.
be good. It's gonna be more than interesting because you just get to see it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, you guys look, and our apologies too. We know that, technically, like Josh and I kind of sneak out some of this stuff to share with you guys. We love to keep you guys informed, and we really appreciate your patience. So we're not trying to be,
100%.
I understand as super fans, you guys are like, come on already,
Yeah.
and we're not like, we would love to just give you all this stuff right now.
Exactly.
But we can't. And
Right.
and there's a process, like,
Yep.
think about it. It's a whole company that works on things, and we've got agreements and milestones and things that we're doing.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would, of course, dude, I would just play the DLC in front of you right now. if
Exactly.
we could.
It'd be like the
We'd
old
love to do that.
John Romero days where we just be like, log on to this IRC, we're gonna drop a zip file, all the shit's in there. Go have fun. Enjoy.
Yeah.
But
So I know that I know that it gets a little frustrating, but thank you guys for your patience, and we're just happy to kind of share these nuggets with you. And honestly, dude, you guys are the best fans. We love hanging out with you guys every week.
Yeah.
I feel like we got our core on. It's a pleasure to do this stream, and to all the new Doom tubers that are coming out there with your videos and your breakdowns, we really appreciate it. To the old Doom tubers who've been with us for so long now, we love you guys. Midnight, Mayo, the rest. So just thanks, and we're feeling really good about it. The DLC is feeling real good. We're doing the absolute best we can.
Yeah.
That's it. When you play Dark Ages, when you play Doom Eternal, when you play Doom 2016, I hope you feel how much passion we put into this stuff. It's a pleasure to make this content for you guys. We love Doom. We love making it. So thanks for sticking around with us. We really, really appreciate it. Best fans in the world, yos.
Amen. Well said. So until next week, that was a pretty good sign off. The homework, we have 2 homework assignments. If you haven't already, go see Begonia, by which I mean
Begonia.
You don't have to go anywhere.
And
you just and more importantly,
you gotta watch. Nobody is watching this. It's so annoying. Every day at work, I'm like, hey, did anybody watch the movie that I recommended? Like, no, we're not watching that.
The
Like, Jesus
Handmaiden.
Christ, it's a good movie.
The Handmaiden, that's it. We got to see it.
Actually, yeah, the real thing is Begonia, so we can talk about it next week. Because Jesus Christ, that's a good ass movie.
Yeah.
Oh
Also,
my God.
Mortal Kombat 2 comes out Friday. I have tickets, so don't miss that. Also, chat earlier was saying Hokum is good. Completely agree. I have a really hot take on that, but I want everybody to see it first, and it's a good hot take. But if you haven't seen Hokum, it's the same guy that did Oddity, which was a really good movie, but that got super overshadowed by Long Legs because Long Legs just ate everybody's lunch when it came out because it was so good.
Right.
But Oddity is good. Housemaid, sorry. I said Housemaid, and thank you, Rip and Tear. I can't even remember it. I'll go to Google and be like, sorry, Hugo, it wasn't there. Couldn't watch it. I promised, but broke my promise. Housemaid, The Housemaid. Hugo says it's the most important movie of the year, maybe the decade, maybe the century. So go see it as a homework assignment.
The greatest movies since The Godfather.
Next week, maybe we'll show something about the DLC. Maybe we'll just talk about, The Handmaid. Did I just do it
We
right?
might just
Housemaid.
watch that
Jesus
movie
Christ.
next week.
Yeah, forget it.
That's
We'll
right.
just DMCA, all that shit be damned. We'll just stream it next week.
Yes.
Oh shit. All right. Well,
And Krug and all you guys love
Mm-hmm.
the vids, man. You guys, I don't know if Sneaky J Cool or I kind of Simp have another stream planned or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Vidaz, big shout out to Vidaz, is kind of become like a new big streamer for us. He
Yeah.
streams all the time, and we really love his stuff too. That guy's so good at the game. It's crazy.
yeah, he really is.
And yeah, so we're working on it, guys. We're working hard. It's coming
right.
out good. Very fun.
That's right. And we'll see you next week, same place, same time, with some goodies and goodie.
That's right.
Singular. It's not the key art, Salim. I wish we would have. It's not the key art. It's too big.
No, that
it's
would
too
be
massive. That would be awesome. But that's too. It's only the 1 year. We're close.
I think yes.
Close to next.
Here's
week.
the here. Well, we could hint at this.
Hmm.
We can't show you the key art for many
Mm-hmm.
reasons. Among them is that if you saw it, that's very much like if we talk about Begonia too much, we ruin Begonia.
That's a good
If
point.
we show you the key art, it is there. We yeah. As
That's a
Marty
really good
says,
point.
you can't put that crap back in the horse. Like once it's out, that's it.
I
You
like
guys
how
are gonna-
we've been
so-
cussing all stream and somehow use the word crap instead of shit.
So
Yeah.
that key art, when you guys see it, listen, I hope you like it. I think you'll like it. I think
Yeah.
it's super badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, one big lump of purple goo. That is what it is. It's just it is Doom Guy Frazetta style painting, and he's just standing, he's emerging from purple goo. That would be, somebody has to make that with
Honestly,
AI art. Like
I think
right
they
now.
already could. Like,
Somebody crap that out.
just take the like the Evil Within 2 key art that was all like white goo, make it purple, make it the
Yes.
Slayer's face, do it by hand, no AI. That's your mission. And see the housemaid,
like-
which I think I said right for the first time this whole stream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Frazetta style painting of the Doom Guy rising up out of a puddle of purple goo.
They're gonna be like, I don't know if I want to play that. But like, yeah, you do. You definitely do now.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Good
No
shit.
release date yet, you guys. We
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
we would love to do that, but we can't do that right now. Again, lots of there's like a got to see how the stuff works. I'm
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
amazed by it. It's like there's a whole plan. There's like a whole roadmap. They leave Josh and I get a little space every week to do like the nuggets for you guys.
Yeah.
And those don't like disrupt anything. We get those vetted, but things
Yeah.
like release dates, key art, we can't do that stuff here. That would
Right.
be there are other channels that need that stuff. You know, like we can't those are the beaver nuggets for other people,
Right.
you know? So
True. Exactly. Yeah, we served you the
but it's-
beaver nugget instead of doing it ourselves also in this stream because we want to reward you guys for being here. We want to give you everything, like Hugo's saying, but you know, we dole it out to what we can when we can, knowing that we have the stuff on the horizon that we have, which is the everything
Yes.
part. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Yes.
it'll be good.
Cake says purple goo might be on my tombstone. I might be buried. I might be lowered the casket into
The sarcophagus into blue, purple.
Yes,
goo.
I want to be buried in a sarcophagus, and it gets lowered into into a big thing of purple goo. That's you know how like what's his face leave Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas
Oh.
guy had his death.
Hunter
you know,
Thompson.
his-
Hunter S. Thompson.
Hunter
Or-
Thompson's
yeah,
death
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
I want you to put ashes in a missile and fire it in the air.
like
I
that.
want someone to pay for me to be buried in the Doomslayer sarcophagus and lowered into a giant thing of purple goo.
I love that also because I feel like it's just like one last time you can embarrass your kids. Just like one more time after you're gone. You know what I mean? They're like all serious.
why?
They're having all these emotions, and then they get there, and it's just like you got the Slayer mark. It's goddamn burning in the sarcophagus. They're like, this mother. And then
Right.
there's purple goo, and they're like, I'm out of here. I can't have an emotion now.
We have to end the stream, but the jokes keep coming.
Yeah.
Ivox 260 says Hugo, in the end of the Ancient Gods, the Seraphim sealed Doom Guy with purple goo, so he sleeps forever.
He's sleeping slowly in there. He's taking his
No,
time.
it's punishment, so he spends an eternity in frustration.
I love that.
Like
I love that. Exactly. Who says the stream?
the purple goo is good.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about it.
Chicken Burger Man says purple goo shampoo, purple goo soap. I like it. Purple goo everything. Put purple goo in the pause screen to slow down the speedrunners.
Oh my god, purple
damn.
goo Goose soap would be hilarious.
That would be good.
It's, we do need it. You know, the least
Like
we
when
could
you-
do is T-shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would it just be like
maybe we
it's just
could-
a purple color, and you're like, that's it.
That's it. Or just it just says purple goo. You know, if you know, you know.
I like that. I like that. The Gear Store's
I
gonna be
think
like,
it'd be really
no to everything, no to every idea, and we're like, hear me out. One more. I like it. Purple goo
Yeah,
ice cream, ube flavored, maybe delicious, grape flavored. I
Purple-
think it'd be
dude.
more grape than ube, right? What do you think?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Grape.
yeah.
I agree.
I love grape.
Yeah,
Both
I think
artificial and
shirts
real.
of purple goo would be good. Actually, I would have
Mhm.
asked somebody if we could get that made really
Okay,
fast.
sounds good. Somebody said purple
awesome.
goo Slayer skin. We already do have that one purple Slayer skin, which I actually love in Dark Ages.
Actually, yeah, purple goose layer skin would be badass.
That would be sick. What if it had a little bit of animation,
Yeah.
just a little bit of bubble to it? That'd be nice.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be super awesome.
It's just going to keep going because every time I look at chat, there's another one. Purple goo soda, purple goo gravy, purple cacodemon.
The internet is undefeated.
Yeah,
Chat is
truly.
the funniest.
Chat's undefeated too. Yeah. It's great. All right. On that note,
Thank you guys.
enjoy your purple goo between now and next week. We'll see you guys then. Later, y'all.
Laters.